Hey, hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all miss me? Y'all ain't know I wasn't on yesterday? Y'all ain't realize it? I'm just playing. I missed y'all. Listen, God was dealing, and so I was gleaning while he was dealing. But I put a message on there yesterday, and that was going to be our catch a word that we needed to catch. And so I posted it on my page to say, don't force it, right? That whatever God has for us, we don't have to force it. We don't have to pry it. We don't have to bully our way into it. If it's going to evolve and grow, let it grow. And then if it's not, you need to accept its demise. That was yesterday. Accept that it's not going to work no matter how hard you try to force it, no matter how hard. And what happened is I was thinking about something and I was like, oh, let me just reach out to this person and let me just try hard. And the Lord was like, no, stop. Don't force it. And I was like, oh, snap. You're right. Because if it's going to happen, it's going to authentically happen and God is going to work things out. And if it's not meant to be, who am I to jump in there and do something that God is saying, oh, you're in a different season. You need to move past that. Okay. You need to move on. So that was yesterday's catch a word. Even though you didn't see me say it, I posted it. And so that's the word that we needed to catch. So today, though, listen, the Lord has a word for us. Now, listen, he's got a word, and I'm going to share that word very quickly, and we're going to catch this word, and we're going to share this word. So y'all come on in the room, take a quick break. Let's catch this word, and let's share it, okay? Very quickly, I'm telling you, I'm not even going to be on here that long because the Lord, he already gave it to me. It ain't even going to be that long, but it's going to be powerful, okay? It's going to bless you. So hit the like or love button, hit the share button. If you are watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe so you get all of the catchy words. All of those catchy words are posted there, okay? So come on in. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, come on in. Let's catch this word. So the word that the Lord has for us today is just very simple. It's literally a word. Leap. That's what it is. Leap. And I kept saying, well, Lord, leap. And so y'all know what today is. It's our leap day. It is February 29th. Okay, for some of y'all that are like, what does that mean? Okay, so it's okay. Y'all don't talk about them. It's okay. It's okay. Right? All right. So normally February has 28 days, but today, every 4 years, there is a leap year. And listen, you're not going to tell me that this is just an ordinary day. No, I believe this day is full of God's promises. I've already seen the manifestation of a miracle in my life today. Somebody has already, one of my close best friends already called me today to tell about a testimony that God did before the end of February. I don't know. Y'all might need to catch them replays because I said that God was going to do something before February ended. He did it in my life. He did it in my friend's life. I'm sure other people are going to tell me about some testimonies that the Lord has done in their life in this month of February. And so we are reaping the seeds that we have planted in previous seasons. We are reaping them this month. And on this last day, the Lord is reminding us to leap. It is a leap day, and he is telling you to leap. Okay, you might say, I don't know what that means. What you trying to say? Okay, I'm going to get to it. Y'all so impatient today. I'm going to get to it. So let's look at Acts 3, verses 1 through 7. Acts 3, 1 through 7. I'm going to read it very quickly for you. Y'all familiar with the story. So it's a very, I'm just going to jog your memory. Okay, so Acts 3, 1 through 7, it says, now Peter and John went up together to the temple at the hour of prayer, the 9th hour. And a certain man from his mother's womb was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms or money from those who entered the temple. Verse 3, who, seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked for alms. He's asking them for money. And fixing his eyes on him with John, Peter said, look at us. I love Peter. Peter says, look at us. So he gave them his attention, expecting to receive something from them. Now he's expecting money, alms. So he's going to look up, give them his undivided attention. Just like God says, look on me. And we're looking to him for which comes our help. Our help comes from the Lord. We do that. We look on him, but we are expecting one thing and we don't realize that we need something else. And God is about to give us just what we needed. And so verse 6 says, then Peter said to him, silver and gold I do not have. I ain't got money for you. I ain't got no money for you. He says, but what I do have, I will give it to you. Wow. I may not have money, but what I do have is more valuable than money. Can some of y'all believe that, receive that there is something more valuable than money? Because there is. You're breathing, right? You breathing. There's something more valuable than money. So when money runs out or when your money's looking funny, there's still something that you have that you can give or that you can receive from God. So he says, I do have something that I can give you. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. Verse 7 says, and he, Peter, took him by the right hand and lifted him up. And immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength. Wow. Immediately this man's ankle bones and feet and ankle bones received strength. Verse 8. So he, the man, leaping up, stood and walked and entered the temple with them, walking, leaping, and praising God. I did read verse 8. Sorry. So we're going to verse 8. So walking, leaping, and praising God. So you may say, where are we going with this? You are told to leap today. This man had an obvious deficit. Everybody saw it. Everybody knew it from birth. And so what they would do is, and they would enable him. I'm not going to really give you what you need. I'm going to give you what you think you need. And so I'm just going to take you to the outside of the temple. Here's the thing. The people around him, did they truly believe that God was a miracle working God and the promises of God that were on this man's life? Could they really believe that Jesus performed those miracles? And if he allowed Lazarus to rise from the dead, surely if we get him in the building, something's got to change in this man. But all they would do is drop him at the gate because that's all he expected. All he wanted was to be dropped off at the gate. And some of us need to expect more from God. Some of us, God is saying, I need you to leap. Expect to leap. Yeah, you've been lame far too long. You've been stuck in that situation far too long. You've been enabled to just sit there far too long instead of going to get what you need to get. Leap. Now is your chance to leap. This is what the Lord is telling me to tell you. Now is your chance to ask me for something more than the obvious. That's for somebody. Ask God for something more than, yeah, we know your condition. Yeah, we know he knows your situation. What if you could ask God for something big and great? What would that be? Something bigger than you, something that you can't get on your own. This man could not heal himself on his own. So what did he do? He just decided to just sit in his mess. This is my condition. This is all that's going to happen. I'm just going to live out my days outside the gate, asking people to give me things. This man was asking for handouts. And what Peter did was give him a hand up. Ooh. He was asking for handouts. What Peter did was give him a hand up. He spoke to this man's condition. You don't really need money. Listen, what the Lord is about to do for you is it's going to supersede money. You're not even going to be thinking about money once you get what you came to get. And so he says, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise and walk. This man got up. Let me give you a hand up. Stop asking for handouts. That's for somebody. Stop asking for handouts. Ask God for a hand up. He gave that man a hand up, and that man, all of a sudden, his feet and ankle bones began to be strengthened. Those areas in your life that you are weak, that you are lame, that you are asking God, Lord, change the situation. He is extending his hand and saying, I am here to give you a hand up. And the minute you take his hand, those things will be strengthened. The feet and ankle bones, you will have stability, right? You will be able to stand on his promises. You're going to leap bounds on top of bounds on top of you. Nobody is going to be able to stop you from leaping and praising and walking in what God has called you to do. So look, this man's opportunity. Remember, it's still February. It's February. Hey, Miss Tawana. She said, because only God can do it. Hey, glory. Only God can do that. Oh, he's the only one that can do that thing for us. Right? And so this man's opportunity, this is the last day of February. So I got to share something about opportunity, right? This man's opportunity was to finally walk through an open door. Woo, come on, y'all. This is it. This is the last day of February. This is your opportunity to walk through an open door. But to do what? To worship God. That's what that door led to. Worship. This was his opportunity to worship. How many of y'all have really asked God for the opportunity to worship him? Ooh. Now let's be honest. We ask God for a whole lot of stuff. We don't necessarily ask for opportunities to worship. That's what we need to do. That is leaping. I'm leaping in faith. I'm leaping right now. I want to be up, God. Elevate me. That's what leaping is. Where the definition for leap is a forceful jump or a quick movement. And the Lord told me the force requires effort from that individual. In order for you to leap, you have to actually exert force. You've got to exert the effort to force yourself to get up from your lane position. From whatever the lane position is, you're going to have to force yourself. I was talking to somebody, my best friend yesterday, and she was like, sometimes I just want to lay in the bed and I don't want to do nothing. And I got to force myself. I said, girl, you ain't the only thing getting on these catchy words. I'm having to force my flesh to die so that I can get on here every single day and encourage somebody else while I feel I need to be encouraged as well. You've got to force yourself, exert effort, so that you can get up from that situation and not be lame again. That's leaping. So Peter extended his hand to give this man a hand up. The man didn't have to grab Peter's hand. He could have sat right there and said, I asked you for money. I didn't ask you to do all of this. I asked you for money. Instead, this man saw that his situation could change and I don't have to beg and get a hand out anymore. Woo, this is the provision that I've been asking God for. Can you see that God has already provided? That there is a provision, that he's already done what you have asked him to. Can you see it? He's already begun it. Can you see it? So this man actually took Peter's hand and he, sitting down, had to exert force and put in a little effort so he could rise from his situation. And that is what the Lord is telling us today. You've been sitting back being passive far too long, y'all. We about to start March 1st tomorrow. Listen, I can only imagine what God is going to tell us March is about. If February was about opportunities, I can only imagine what March is going to be about. He's going to drop something on us and tell us what March is going to be about. And we're going to talk and pray about that thing all month long. But today, he is giving you an opportunity to exert some force and to get up from that situation. Listen, we've been laying far too long. It is the obvious affliction that people can see. It is the obvious affliction that people can see. We've been laying far too long. Now we got to put a little effort. Not being passive anymore. We're not allowing opportunities to pass us by. We are not. We are seizing those things. We are going to actively respond to the situations that God puts in front of us, the opportunities, the doors that he opens in front of us. Once he tells us he's cracking open that door a little bit, you need to leap. Leap. I tell the devil, hey, you better keep blocking it, because the minute God gives me a foothold in, I'm in. I'm in it, and I'm in it to win it. That's our word for today, y'all. We're going to be encouraged because we are going to leap. We are going to exert some more effort. I know you're tired. I know you're tired. I'm tired for you. I'm tired for myself. But guess what, y'all? The work is not finished. If you've got breath in your body, if you can type or view this, the work is not done. He's not done with you yet. we're going to exert more effort. Maybe it's more effort in prayer. Maybe it's seeking him more, worshiping. Remember, the open door for this man led him into the temple to worship God. He was not able to do it before. They just propped him right outside of the door. Now he can get in the midst, woo, and he can worship God in spirit and in truth. So maybe this is your opportunity to exert some effort when it comes to getting closer to God, seeking after him, asking him to stir up some gifts inside of you that you didn't even know you had, so that you can bring glory to his name, not for yourself, to bring glory to his name. So that's our word today. We're going to catch it. We're going to catch it. We are not going to be passive any longer. No, we're not going to sit by and allow the devil to do what he wants to do, or even allow opportunities to pass us. No, God is extending his hand. We're going to grab hold of his hand, and we're going to exert some effort and get up out of our situations. We're going to do it. And we're going to walk in that open door and continue to worship him. So that's our word for today, y'all. I'm hoping that you can share it, hit that like or love button, share it with somebody. It's going to bless somebody else too. You never know how you are an answered prayer for somebody else. So share that word in whatever way you know how to do it. Share it. Don't keep it to yourself. Okay. And I'm going to be obedient. I see y'all in the comments. I am going to be obedient, and you will see me tomorrow, because I know March 1st, God got a word for us. I'm going in prayer. He's got a word for us for March. So I love you all. Y'all be blessed, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.